global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. A lot is going on right now in Rivers State, particularly South Zone. Don't forget that some few days back, Umar of Akwa Ibom State governor defected from a PDP to APC, but apparently they are beginning to put pressure on Supreme Court on a lot of issues, and of course sending warning ahead of time to Diri, the Bayelsa State governor. We're going to give full details on what is going to look like. The people of Niger Delta have decided to take back their mandate. This time around, they want to see what the law says, what the constitution says, and then they are running with it. Now, according to the news, Elder Beks, president of Nigerian Media Forum and publisher of Shipping World magazine, has criticized the Supreme Court's handling of legal challenges to the Rivers State administrative arrangement, questioning both the court's independence and the constitutional validity of the current leadership structure. Now, in a statement reported, Beks raised concerns about the pace of judicial proceedings regarding Rivers State, suggesting political interference in the court system. The governors have gone to court, and because our Supreme Court has become political, such matters should be heard within 2, maybe 3 weeks, Beks stated. Now, according to the report, he specifically referenced legal action taken by opposition governors, saying that some PDP governors have gone to court. So why is the Supreme Court delaying the matter? The media executive made serious allegations about judicial independence, suggesting external influence over the court's proceedings. It is probably because the Supreme Court is in the pocket of the president and the pocket of Wike. Why are you delaying? That is a suit that should get expeditious attention, he said, as quoted by the Sun. Now, according to the news, Beks maintained his position on the constitutional legitimacy of Rivers State current leadership arrangement. So the man that is there, as far as I'm concerned, as far as Rivers State people are concerned, is not recognized. He is an illegal caretaker because there's nowhere in the Nigerian Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that we have the position of a military administrator, he stated, according to the report. Now, the criticism comes amid ongoing legal challenges to federal intervention in Rivers State, with questions raised about both the constitutional basis for the current arrangement and the judicial system's response to these challenges. And of course, he didn't stop there. He decided to talk about the issue of Bayelsa. He said Bayelsa State has been abuzed with speculation that its governor, Diri, might follow the example of his Delta State counterpart by leaving the People's Democratic Party for the All Progressive Congress. Concerns of this potential move have grown louder in recent weeks, prompting community leaders to weigh in on the possible fallout. Among them is Elder Beks, president of the Nigerian Media Forum and publisher of Shipping World magazine, issuing a stern warning about the consequences of such defection for both the governor and the wider Ijaw community. Elder Beks described the rumors as unfounded and insisted that Governor Diri possesses the wisdom and foresight to remain within the PDP. He emphasized that any attempt to abandon the party under whose banner Diri was elected will not only portray betrayal and betraying the trust of his supporters, but also risk alienating the very people he serves. Now, according to him, the move would undermine the collective aspirations of the Ijaw nation and erode the solidarity that has been carefully cultivated over the decades. Now, beyond the question of party allegiance, Elder Beks addressed several pressing regional and national issues. He expressed deep reservations about the ongoing state of emergency in neighboring Rivers State, warning that prolonged military intervention risks escalating tensions rather than restoring order. He urged a timely return to civilian governance, arguing that elected officials, if allowed to fulfill their mandates, are better positioned to engage communities and tackle the root causes of unrest. Turning to the federal level, Elder Beks assessed the performance of President Bola Tinubu as he marks 2 years in office. He noted progress in areas such as economic reform and infrastructure development, while cautioning that more needs to be done to address rising cost of living and to create sustainable job opportunities. He suggested that continued collaboration between state and federal authorities will be critical for maintaining momentum and ensuring that policy measures translate into tangible improvement for ordinary citizens. In anticipation of 2027 general elections, Elder Beks spoke about the possibility of opposition parties forming a coalition to challenge the ruling party. He argued that a united front could strengthen the democratic process by offering voters a clear alternative, provided the coalition is grounded in shared principles rather than mere convenience. He stressed that such an alliance must prioritize accountability and inclusiveness to resonate with a diverse electorate across Nigeria's various regions. He said, and I quote him, "I do not want to believe that, but if it happens, then we the Ijaw people will disown Diri because APC is not a party to belong to." Just to tell you that they don't really like APC, but just a case of when they're available, when the desirable is not available, the available become desirable. But they're just saying if they can just have a better opposition, then we have a better democratic process to look onto. But then I think they're literally feeling the vibes that Diri may likely be, jumping ship, and they're sending a warning ahead that look, Ijaw nations that it's a sign of betrayal of solidarity. It's a sign. Bayelsa State have always been known to be a PDP state, and moving PDP to APC for your selfish reason, you may not like what you'll get in future. Then also, he talked about a delay in the Supreme. I noticed, usually though, that Supreme Court has become very, their delaying tactics now is becoming, very unnerving, really. I thought by now, this matter has been on, like God knows how long. And, one would expect that the presidency or the president would have waded into the matter, restating Fubara, so that the judiciary will not have to find themselves interpreting the law in a manner that sounds a little more political than constitutional. But the delay, and he summarized it by saying that they're giving the vibes as if the judicial process is now in the pockets of, according to his words, Mr. President and Wike. But then you see the confidence through which Wike talks. He just knows that you will have an idea that there's something he knows, that the average Nigerian out there do not know. Probably because it is laced with political talk, but it could be that there is more that meets the eyes. But then again, that's his opinion, and I'm sure he shares more views of Nigerians out there than you would ever think of. But that's his opinion. What's yours? Let's meet in our comment section